Welcome to Strange But True. Take a breath, slow down, and listen carefully. Some stories are documented, some are debated, some refuse to be explained. We tell you the stories, you decide what's true. Now, let's begin our journey. This record begins in a place history normally refuses to go. The earliest historical document in human civilization does not begin with cities. It does not begin with farming. It does not begin with human kings. It begins with a sentence that has never been fully explained. After the kingship descended from heaven, these words open the Sumerian King List, a real administrative document preserved on multiple clay tablets, copied and maintained by scribes over centuries. This is not mythology. It is not poetry. It is not symbolic storytelling. It is a formal record of rulership. Its purpose is narrow and practical, to document who ruled, where they ruled, and for how long. Nothing more, nothing less. The list existed to establish legitimacy, to show continuity of authority, to prove that power flowed unbroken from the distant past into the present. This is why the structure matters. Each entry follows the same rigid format: city, name, length of reign, no embellishment, no interpretation, no commentary. And because of that, alteration would have been dangerous. Changing earlier rulers would break the chain. Removing names would fracture legitimacy. Rewriting the beginning would undermine every king who followed. This means the scribes were not free to invent. They were bound to preserve. And yet, before a single recognizable human ruler appears, the list describes an earlier age that operates by entirely different rules. According to the text, kingship does not originate from human society. It does not emerge through conquest. It does not arise through lineage. It arrives, it descends. And when it does, the rulers who receive it do not reign for decades. They reign for tens of thousands of years. The first city named is Eridu, described elsewhere as one of the oldest cities on Earth. The first king is Alulim. His reign is recorded precisely 28,800 years. He is followed by Al-Aljar, 36,000 years. These numbers are not rounded. They are not estimated. They are written with certainty. The list continues. Cities fall, kingship moves, new rulers take power. Each reign is measured in thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of years, and the text never pauses to explain why. No qualifiers, no warnings, no symbolic markers. This is what makes the document difficult to dismiss, because the scribes who recorded it were not inventing stories. They were trained administrators, accountants, record keepers of land, labor, and law. The same scribes who preserved the King List also produced grain tallies, trade inventories, census records, tax documents, and legal codes. They lived in a world governed by precision. This was not a culture careless with numbers. And yet, here, at the very beginning of recorded history, time behaves differently. After 8 kings across 5 cities, the list records a total reign time of 241,200 years. Then, without warning, it says, then the flood swept over. No description, no narrative, no elaboration, just a dividing line. And after that line, everything changes. Kingship descends again. But this time, the reigns are shorter. Still long by modern standards, but recognizably human. Centuries instead of millennia, eventually decades, eventually lifespans that resemble our own. What is unsettling is not that the list contains extraordinary claims, it is that it treats them as ordinary. The scribes do not debate, they do not justify, they do not reconcile, they simply record. Which leaves a question the text never answers. If this is myth, why is it written like history? And if it is history, why does it begin somewhere we no longer recognize? The Sumerian King List does not ask us to believe it. It does not ask us to interpret it. It asks us to notice where the record starts and where it quietly changes. History has a way of hiding the truth. Inside tales, inside myths, inside legends, inside things that feel just a little off. If this story held your attention, subscribe to Strange But True and turn on notifications so you don't miss what comes next. Because sometimes what sounds unbelievable is exactly where the truth hides.